So you've been told that you need to go into JOApply and find a billet. But what is JOApply and how do you find a billet? I'm going to walk you through that process today, and hopefully you'll find it helpful. We're going to start from the Navy Reserve Homeport page, and in the upper right, you're going to click on the link that says Applications, and then you scroll down to where it says RFMT JOApply IDT. So this is the general interface page that you'll come across. So we're going to start here, and we're going to click on the link that says Search Billets. And the initial list that comes up is 2,762 billets. These are the entirety of all the billets that are currently advertised for all reservists in the Navy. Now, obviously, you're not going to qualify for all those. So what I'm going to do is walk you through how you narrow down potential options for you. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to minimize this left just so you can see the entire screen. Now, I prefer to use the Revert to Classic link because I find it's an easier interface to manipulate with. So what you see here is the same information that's replicated, it's just in a slightly different format. So we're going to start by clicking on the radio button that says JOApply, and just to make sure, we're also going to click on the one that says Officer. So right there, that's taken those 2,700 billets down to 980, which is a bit more of a manageable number. But we can still do some narrowing. So we're going to start, and this basic option list is some of the different ways that you can narrow. So we're going to start with narrowing down by rank. And rule of thumb is that you can go one up, one down from your current rank. So if you're a lieutenant, you can go Lieutenant Commander and Lieutenant JG. So for the purpose of this, I'm going to pull all three of those into the system. And so we've now gone from 960 down to 860. So not a lot of difference, but some. The next thing that we're going to do is that we're going to narrow by designator. So as a surface warfare officer, because we're going to use that as our example, your designator on the reserve side is 1115. Now, the way RFMT works is that it shows the active duty designator. So it actually shows 1110. So we're going to put 1110. So that's looking for any billets that are surface warfare officer designated. And for the purpose of this, and to give you kind of the best range of billets, we're also going to include 1,000 and 1050, which are basically any qualified officers in the Navy Reserves. So from there, we've gone from 860 down to 175 billets. And then the final thing we're going to do is that we're going to narrow it down by region. So there's two ways you can do this. One is to search by the Naval Reserve activity, and that's going to give you a very specific location. For example, the Reserve Center at Fort Dix or the Reserve Center at Syracuse. I prefer using the RegCom, which is going to give you all the billets within a specific region. So, for example, RegCom Norfolk covers all the billets in the Mid-Atlantic. And so now we're down to 51 billets, which is a pretty manageable number. So we're going to export this to Excel. I like having an Excel file that I can just kind of make notes on as I'm working. Now, if there's a billet that you're interested in, you can click on this blue hyperlink that's in the bin column, and a new tab is going to pop up, and this is going to give you all the information that you could want to find out about the billet. What weekends they drill, contact info for the CO, anything you need. I recommend using that and also reaching out to the COs. A lot of good information out there. And that is how you search for billets in RFMT. I hope it helps, and next session we'll go over how to build your JOApply dream sheet.